Hey friends, it's Amber. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another writing vlog.
Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget?
So I'm just sitting down at my desk. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. I decided this weekend to take Saturday off from vlogging just because I needed a day to kind of rest and relax. I had a really good day yesterday. I finished reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I absolutely loved. If you saw my last vlog, you know I started that last weekend and I've just been, the book was amazing. I gave it 5 stars easily and highly recommend all of you check it out. I also went for a really long walk. I went for like a 4-ish mile walk, which was really nice just to kind of move a little bit, stretch my legs, get outside. It was such nice weather yesterday. I'm so glad that it's finally fall and not like a million degrees every time you go outside. And then, oh, I also watched the whole season of Emily in Paris, which was an experience to say the least. So if you're wondering my thoughts on that show, I made an Instagram highlight. I kind of like live reacted while I was watching it on Instagram stories and saved all those reactions into a highlight. So I'll link that in the description. And also if you're not following me on Instagram, go do that because you're missing out on fun stuff. But now it's Sunday and it's also October 18th, which is insane. Oh my gosh, I definitely thought it was the 17th. But NaNoWriMo is like around the corner. And I still have a lot of Preptober things I want to do and finish before Nano kicks off. I really want to set myself up for success for Nano. If you didn't watch my last video on Preptober, all the things I'm hoping to do during Preptober, I will link them, that video down below so you can catch up. But today I just want to get some Preptober and some writing work done. So I have all the things I should need. I have Story Genius. If you watch my last video on Preptober, you'll know one of my goals is to go through Story Genius and just annotate, take notes, and read before I start drafting again. And then I always have Save the Cat on my desk just because it's a great resource. But today my main goal is to start Jessica Brody's fast drafting course because I'm gonna be fast drafting in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So that's my biggest goal for today. Start that and get like maybe halfway through that course. I'll also walk you guys through some of the supplies I'm using. Like this is kind of like my novel binder. I'll give you a closer look at that. And then I also have this smaller like dot grid notebook from Papier. It says my name and author on the cover, which I'm gonna be setting up kind of like a writing bullet journal in, I think, just to help me keep track of not only Nano but just writing stuff overall. I really want to be as organized as possible to help me stay on track, stay productive, and just keep a clear path towards my goal of 30,000 words in November. I'll also go through all my pens and all that good stuff because like me, you guys love talking about stationery and I can't get enough. But for now, I'm just going to make some tea and start working. I really want to just spend the next couple of hours getting some writing Preptober work in the bank so that I'm making good progress towards being ready to go by the end of this month. So whether you're doing NaNoWriMo or not, if you're just having a productive day, I hope you can turn this video on and help you stay focused, stay productive, stay on track to your own goals, and getting some stuff done too. So without further ado, let's get to work. I have my tea steeping. This steeper is from David's Tea. I love it because you can just put your tea leaves in, let it steep, and then you just sit it on top of your cup and it just pours the tea in with no tea leaves. It's perfect. But like I said, I want to walk you through some of the supplies that I'm using during this little work session. First, we have the book Story Genius by Lisa Cron. This is just a really good craft book that, like I've mentioned in previous videos, I've heard really good things about. So to go through this, I have just some regular sticky page flags and then also these tabmate flags where you can kind of like write more notes but also tab pages. I've also just used, like, as I've started going through the book, those regular like sticky post-it page flags that just go right on the page. Just want to make it as easy as possible for me to reference things later on. Also mentioned, I have this notebook from Papier. It is just a blank dot grid notebook. It's completely empty. I haven't even really broken it in yet. What I like about their notebooks, the paper quality seems really great. Like, it's a nice thicker page without feeling like cardstock. You know I hate that in notebooks when the paper feels like an index card. But you can also personalize all their journals. I personalized this journal so it just says my name and author on it because, you know, we are manifesting and speaking things into existence. So I'd mentioned that I wanted to do some kind of like writing bullet journal spreads in this notebook, and I think that's probably what I'm going to use it for, even beyond NaNoWriMo. Using it to track things like word count, taking faster notes. It's also more portable than my larger writing notebook, which I'll show you in a second. It's easier to just throw in a bag if I want to go sit outside or sit at a coffee shop while the weather is still nice and we can do outdoor seating, that kind of thing. So that's how I'm going to use this notebook throughout the month and throughout Preptober. And then we have the big guy. This is basically like my novel writing author writer's like Bible, so to speak. Like my go-to everything gets filed in here. So all this is a happy planner notebook, but I got this custom cover from a company called Fancy Plans. I don't know if they still have this exact cover. It just has like keys that say dreams on it and notebook and glasses and coffee on it. I don't know if they have this exact cover still available, but I will check, and either way I'll link their website down below. But this is just where I've been kind of like banking everything. So I have some post-its and notes here, and it's split into a bunch of different sections. So I have one section that has like some random things that I've been drafting and brainstorming. This section is all just notes that I've taken on courses and things like that. So I mentioned that I did Jessica Brody's brainstorming class or her Save the Cat class. So all of those notes that I took are here. I'm the kind of person where I just have to physically write things down to make them stick. So I just love having a notebook where I can keep all those things and then go back to them to reference as I'm writing either by hand or on my computer. So all of those notes and ideas that they spark go in here. And then this last section is kind of, I think it's kind of just like blank, but these are things that I've been taking notes on during my writer meetups. I joined a writing group. We did a virtual meetup, and just like notes or things that I wanted to come back to that I got from other people in the group I'm putting back there, but it's pretty blank because I've only had one meeting so far. So that's this notebook. Like I said, it's just a happy planner notebook. I really like the ring system for this kind of notebook and the material I keep in here, because I'm gonna go either sometime this week, I'm gonna go to Staples and get the hole puncher that lets you punch disc holes like this. I like that I can tear things out easily and then just plop them back in. If you're the kind of person where it can be kind of hard to like always write in a notebook like this, it's helpful to be able to tear pages out. And also I'm gonna go online, I might actually do this today, and try to find some printouts to help me with some of my organization and planning, like character profiles and things like that. And once I have all of those printed out, I can just punch holes in them and then put them in this notebook to reference later. So that is my system for organizing, note keeping, keeping track of things, that kind of stuff. And I have so many like random ideas in here that I already haven't scrapped but just don't know what to do with, and I'm glad that I have them someplace where I can come back to them later and just figure out where they go. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about pens that I'm going to be using and highlighters. A lot of these you guys have seen me talk about before, but I will also link them down below. So I have two main highlighters that I go back from, and they are the Zebra Mildliner highlighters and then these dupes that I found on Amazon. I actually bought these accidentally, but I like them because they have a little bit more color range than the Mildliners do, especially when it comes to more muted tones or pastels. So I have a bunch of them, and I've been using them honestly more than the Zebra Mildliners lately, again just because they have those colors that I tend to really enjoy. So I'll use these to like annotate in Story Genius. I use them to highlight in my notes when I'm making like spreads in this little book bullet journal. I'll probably use these to make headers and things like that, just my titles. I like to use highlighter for them to help them stand out. So you've seen these all before, but I will link both the dupes and the regular Zebra Mildliners They're honestly, you cannot tell the difference, and there's definitely like a cost difference in the amount. I think all 30 of these, the dupes, were maybe $18, and I think for the same amount of zebra Mildliners, it's probably closer to $30. So definitely some savings. I will link both options in the description box because I do like both. Now, as far as pens go, I have really been on the hunt for a pen that I like more than the Muji gel pens. You all know that I have been super brand loyal to these Muji gel pens since like forever, and they are good pens. They aren't great with highlighters, which is annoying, but they are really good pens. I still really like them, and I always get them in the 0.5. But lately I have been really enjoying writing some scenes and ideas out by hand more, and so to write longer form for more time, I do like having a pen that has a grip on it. So I've been using these Pentel Energel pens in 0.3, and I really like these pens. So I usually order my pens from jetpens.com. So I've made sure that I have a few of these because they're just really good for longer form writing. Also really been liking, again, because it has that grip on it, the Uniball Signo DX pens. These are really nice. There's also a click version of these that I have that I like a little bit better because the grip is a little bit bigger. I have those in a bunch of different colors and tip sizes. And then one pen that you guys have seen me use recently in my bullet journal and other vlogs are these Zebra Sarasa clip pens. This one is in 0.4. Another really good pen. This is the click version of the Uniball Signo pen. And then I also have another of the Pentel Energels. And this is the Pentel Energel just in a 0.4 nib size. So I think for today, the pens I'll mostly be using are the Pentel Energel pens, and then maybe this Uniball Signo. I think this will be good if I start doing any bullet journal spreads, just because it's a little bit thinner. This one is thicker, so you can make thinner lines, thicker lines, all that good stuff. But those are the supplies I'm going to be using today. Okay, I hope that little walkthrough of all my supplies was helpful. My tea is steeped and ready to go, so I'm going to sip this, log on to the Jessica Brody course and start with that, and then just work my way through all the other things I want to do. My goal is to work for like the next 3 hours, so that means I would have like a 6:30 stop where I can end my day, make dinner, get set for the week, all that stuff. But I hope that you can work along with me and get some stuff done on your list as well, whether you're doing NaNoWriMo or whatever project you're working on today. We can just have some focused, productive time together. So grab your notebook, grab your own pens, sit at your desk, grab some tea or coffee or whatever you need, and let's get to it. Morning, happy Monday. It is obviously the next day. I just wanted to pop in quickly and wrap up my writing vlog from yesterday. So as you can probably tell based on my voice and the puffiness of my face, I just woke up not too long ago. I'm getting ready to just start the day, start working, but yesterday was a super productive writing day. I ended up getting about halfway through the fast drafting course, and honestly I'm finding it very helpful. It's broken down into like 3 main pillars: mindset, preparation, and drafting. So I'm a little more than halfway through the preparation phase, and just the exercises, the workbook, all that are super helpful. So if you're looking for some like last minute help with getting on track for Nano, definitely recommend checking out that course. I will link it in the description box. And then I also got through making a character profile for 2 characters in my project. And what else did I do? And I looked at some people who had done writing bullet journals just to see kind of what spreads they were doing. So I have some thoughts. I'm not sure that I'm gonna do like go all out for this, but it's definitely something I'm still considering. So overall it was a productive like 4.5-ish hour it ended up being work session for me. I hope that you got some work done too in whatever project you're working on, whether it's a writing project, a NaNoWriMo project, or any other thing that you just had to get done. I know this is a little bit different than how I normally do weekend vlogs because it only focused on like one chunk of what I was doing, but I hope it was just motivating and that you all enjoyed it. So like I said, links to everything will be in the description box, and I will see you all in the next video.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.